4:07 p.m. full time, 77 comfortable minutes for United, followed by some desperate defending. But it's 3 points and they stay in second, 11 points behind Man City. 4:05 p.m. good close control from Marshall to trap an aerial ball and win United a free kick. West Brom should get another chance from here. 4:04 p.m. Rojo smashed a long ball forward and Lukaku was in behind the West Brom defence. Evans did well to get back at him and force him onto his right foot and his shot bobbles wide. 4:02 p.m. more dangerous, Hegazi swings a ball in but Barry's shot is blocked. 4:01 p.m. a rare spell of football from United as Marshall keeps it in the corner. 4:00 p.m. very nearly a calamity from Rojo at the back post, skewing behind for a corner under no pressure. Brunt's delivery is perfect, evading De Gea and finding Evans at the back post. Matic does just about enough and the ball bounces almost across the line into De Gea's arms. 3:57 p.m. chance will West Brom fashion another one. Brunt swings in a tremendous cross from the left, and Rodriguez gets the run on Jones but gets too much on the header and it flies wide of the front post. 3:55 p.m. another ball thrown into the United box, but strong defending by Jones wins a foul. De Gea once again kicks it long towards Lukaku and again it does not stick. 3:54 p.m. United inviting pressure through their own carelessness in possession. Gibbs swings a ball in, and Rodriguez attempts a ridiculously ambitious swivel and volley. Gets it on target, but would have been better off looking for a layoff. 3:52 p.m. the game was drifting aimlessly, but now the crowd are up. Mix-up between Brunt and Gibbs lets United's defence have a breather. Mourinho was going to bring on Marshall before the goal, and he stuck with that conviction. 3:50 p.m. from the resulting corner, West Brom find the lifeline. Scruffy defending from United, Rojo gets beaten at the back post and the ball trickles across the six-yard box. It was begging to be tucked away and Gareth Barry was the man to stick his toe out and get his team back into this. 3:48 p.m. the away fans have been signing his name for a while, and Anthony Marshall is ready to come on. Phil Jones slips in the United area which gives Rondon a yard to shoot, and it deflects behind for a West Brom corner. 3:46 p.m. lazy forward play from Rondon not to get to himself back onside. Much better moments later however, Hegazi steps out of defence and fires a risky vertical pass into Brunt who then feeds Rondon down the sides of United's centre-backs. His left foot shot is low and straight at De Gea. 3:43 p.m. Alan Pardew rolling the dice, Chris Brunt enters the fray. He has excellent set-piece delivery and that looks West Brom's only hope. 3:42 p.m. United have taken the sting out of this match. West Brom pumping balls forward but with very little quality. 3:39 p.m. Gibbs clips a long ball over Young's head to test him out in his new position. Mr. Reliable is up to the task. His renaissance under Jose Mourinho has been magnificent. 3:36 p.m. bad news for United fans. Antonio Valencia has gone down clutching his hamstring. No messing around, he pulled up straight away which probably rules him out of the rest of the Christmas period. Marcos Rojo replaces him, and Ashley Young switches to right back. Luke Shaw ignored. 3:34 p.m. United's 2-10s Lingard and Mata are finding more space in this second half, as West Brom's midfield pair try to push up the field and press. 3:32 p.m. West Brom, to their credit, are taking chances here as they search for a way back into this. Both fullbacks were committed forward and Lingard lead the United counter, exchanged passes with Lukaku before shooting straight at Foster from the edge of the area. That's what they did so well at Arsenal a few weeks ago. 3:29 p.m. United respond to that short flurry of West Brom pressure. Valencia swings in a cross and the ball sits up nicely for Rashford on the half volley at the back post. Foster was routed, but it flies just wide on the far post. 3:27 p.m. good chance for West Brom. Barry lifts a well-weighted ball over Jonas' head that Burke latches onto. He whips a brilliant first-time ball across the area taking Smalling out of the game but neither Rondon or McLean could apply the finishing touch. 3:25 p.m. handbags at the Hawthorns. Hegazi found himself isolated with Rashford but holds him off, perhaps unlawfully. Rashford stayed down holding his face which angered the West Brom defender. Rashford then picks up and runs over to get under Hegazi's grill. Yellow card for the United man, and replays showed he went down very easily in the original incident. 3:22 p.m. West Brom trying to press high up the pitch, but their defence have not pushed up behind their midfield line leaving Lingard with acres of space to receive the ball and turn. He looks for Lukaku with a chipped cross, but the Belgian was flagged offside. 3:20 p.m. West Brom have switched to a 442 with Barry joining Krychowiak in midfield and Burke playing right up through the middle with Rondon. 3:17 p.m. Can West Brom make a game of this, or are United heading for a simple 3-point stay with this to find out? Gareth Barry on for West Brom. 3:16 p.m. 3:11 p.m. Solid enough first half performance by United, and the game has looked easy for them since Romelu Lukaku's opening goal. Until then, West Brom were doing well and United were struggling to zip the ball between the lines, with Ander Herrera looking notably low on confidence. Jay Rodriguez is an option on the bench for Alan Pardew, but it is some quality in central midfield West Brom really need, and that will have to be addressed in January. 3:01 p.m. That's that for the first 45 minutes. 2:59 p.m. A rare shout of excitement from the home crowd as Livermore makes a yard for himself 25 yards out, but his effort is straight at De Gea. 2:58 p.m. McLean swings a cross over the bar and out for a goal kick. West Brom have tried hard, and it is easy to see that they came into the match with a plan. Conceding the first goal has rendered it obsolete, however. 2:55 p.m. Matic drives United forward once again and wins a corner. West Brom are struggling to keep this game alive going into the second half. There is plenty of time remaining. They do not need to chase a goal before half-time. 2:53 p.m. United fans mockingly signing City's Park the Bus chant back at them now their team have scored 2 first-half goals. Not that City fans will be too bothered. 2:51 p.m. Wicked deflection to Jesse Lingard's shot off Hegazi doubles United's lead, 20 yards out just outside the area. Lingard's strike was heading towards the arms of Ben Foster until the centre-back stuck his leg out and the ball ricocheted in. 2:49 p.m. Panics defending in the United area. Nyom does well to drive past Matic and swing across, in that was only partially blocked by Smalling at the near post. Valencia was on hand to smash clear. Burke has been more influential in the last few minutes. 2:47 p.m. West Brom are now in a tight spot. They need to show more adventure going forward, but that could leave them exposed against the pace of United's forward line. Incidentally, no celebration whatsoever from Lukaku. A defiant signal to the critics or a mark of respect to his former loan club. 2:43 p.m. A simple opening goal for Mourinho's side. Rashford whips in a cross from the left, and Lukaku holds off Gibbs on the 6-yard line to glance home. Very little movement from Lukaku. The cross was delivered straight onto his head and he just had to direct it into the net. 2:40 p.m. West Brom take a free kick short and a deflected shot goes behind for a corner. The delivery was too deep, and Evans can only loop the header over the bar. West Brom really need to maximise every situation like that, but they have been wasteful so far. 2:38 p.m. Another giveaway by Herrera and then West Brom pop it around him. Fine delivery from McLean, but Jones did well to stoop and head clear under pressure from Rondon. A rare spell of possession for the hosts, but they almost look uncomfortable when they are asked to take the initiative and shift the ball. 2:36 p.m. Most of United's attacks have come down the left flank, but they are struggling to penetrate West Brom with neat interplay. Their best moments have come from long balls over the top. Ander Herrera struggling to be productive in possession. What happened to him? He was a goal-scoring midfielder at Athletic Bilbao, but has morphed into a water carrier in England. 2:33 p.m. Lukaku soft criticised hold-up play under the microscope again. He did well to hold Evans off, but his flick back towards Lingard missed its target. At the other end, Rondon shows him how it's done with a lovely chest control and layoff. 2:31 p.m. These chilly afternoons are not particularly conducive to a good atmosphere, as fans sit on their hands to keep them warm. Danger at West Brom's back post as Young swings across into where Lukaku had isolated Gibbs, but the former Arsenal man did really well to stay touch tight and win the header. You might recall Van Gaal's United used Fellaini to that effect against Gibbs at the Emirates in November 2014. 2:27 p.m. West Brom's midfield is not the most progressive, it is fair to say. They are all staying behind the ball, and there is not really a good passer among them. Rondon is a ray of light, and looks like he could win a foot race against Jones or Smalling, but not much support for him. 2:24 p.m. Mata has been given the license to drift across the pitch, and he and Lingard are both operating in central positions behind Lukaku. Rashford starting in a fixed position from the left. United are playing without a right winger essentially, leaving room for Antonio Valencia to maraud forward. West Brom have struggled to string 3 passes together, United doing all of the probing, until a wonderful Rondon back heel set McLean away on the counter-attack, but there was no West Brom player to meet his whipped cross. 2:21 p.m. Oliver Burke has started on the right, and is up against Ashley Young, who is a right-footer at left-back. Driving on his weaker left side might be the plan. A little better from West Brom there, but a diagonal pass skips through for a goal kick. Off the surface, De Gea's long kick forward releases Rashford, but his shot from an inside left position is blocked. Sunday league stuff really. Pardew will be worried about the ease with which one punt upfield cut them open. 2:17 p.m. Torrential rain this morning in the West Midlands. Far from being a leveller, the faster surface should suit United, and they have already settled into a spell of possession. The pattern is set, with West Brom reluctant to press too high. They are retreating into their own half, reducing the space in behind their back four. 2:15 p.m. Sky have United in a 4,231 with Mata starting from the right flank. We'll see, but I fancy Rashford and Lukaku will play as more of a front two. The home side kick-off and we are underway. After 2 botched kick-offs. 2:12 p.m. kick-off a few minutes away. 2:09 p.m. Alan Pardew has said Oliver Burke is in the team to scare United, and if he fails to do so he might not be on the pitch for too long. That's one way to build his confidence up. The former Crystal Palace manager talked up his abilities as a psychologist, and he has got a history of getting a tune out of maverick wingers such as Matthew Etherington and Hatem Ben Arfa. 1:56 p.m. No 4-4 and 2 from Guardiola today, with an industrious midfield 3 of Claudio Yacob, Grzegorz Krychowiak and Jake Livermore picked to stop United finding their rhythm. It is not the most mobile or athletic engine room though, so they have to avoid turnovers and giving United the chance to counter-attack against them, particularly through Lingard. Looking forward to watching Oliver Burke. His early departure from Nottingham Forest to RB Leipzig would have taught to him much, but he left the Bundesliga in search of more regular football. He has outstanding physical attributes for a 20-year-old, and perhaps everyone, player included, needs to show a little more patience. 1:47 p.m. Right then, what is going on with this United team? As Gary Neville points out from the gantry, their back 5 were all at the club under Sir Alex Ferguson: De Gea, Valencia, Jones, Smalling and Young. The midfield 3 has a nice balance to it, with Nemanja Matic patrolling in front of the centre-backs, and Herrera in a box-to-box role and Juan Mata supplying the creativity. The configuration of the front 3 will be interesting. Jesse Lingard and Marcus Rashford could play either side of Romelu Lukaku, or Lingard could play in behind the 2 forwards in more of a 4,312. 1:39 p.m. I'm not making rotation, I'm not protecting the players for the matches that are coming up. In picking the team that is best to win this match, their stadium is always a difficult stadium because their crowd is so supportive and enthusiastic. Very experienced, very physical, capable to defend in numbers and being dangerous on direct football with Rondon and McLean. 1:23 p.m. 1:21 p.m. Good afternoon and welcome to the latest instalment of the Premier League's race for second. Manchester United travel to West Brom 14 points behind neighbours Manchester City, and cementing their status as top 4 certainties is a more realistic target for the Christmas period than reigniting a title race. Jose Mourinho's side have a veneer of solidity, with 5 league victories either side of their derby defeat against City, but performances have not been so convincing. 2 long-range Ashley Young goals gave them a 12-goal lead from nothing at Watford. They defended desperately for long periods of their crucial win at Arsenal, and there was little more than a piece of cigarette paper separating them at Bournemouth in midweek when once again David De Gea was relied upon. The numbers suggest United cannot afford to keep giving up the volume of chances they are currently. Bournemouth had 14 shots on goal at Old Trafford, 7 of them on target, and expect to keep winning. Eric Bailly has been sorely missed, as has Paul Pogba, who serves the last of his 3-match ban today. Romelu Lukaku will line up against his former club, for whom he scored a hat-trick against United in that crazy 55 draw that brought down the curtain on the Sir Alex Ferguson era. No Henrik Mkhitaryan these days, who has been sent to Coventry by Mourinho since his limp performance at Stamford Bridge. Alan Pardew promised to bring adventurous and expressive football to the Hawthorns, so naturally they are yet to score a goal under him. There have been some bold selections however, with Pardew fond of picking 3 strikers in the same 11, usually Jay Rodriguez, Salomon Rondon and Hal Robson-Garnu. The latter is asked to fill on the right flank when West Brom defend in a 442 shape. That doesn't look a natural fit, and United might look to focus their attacks down that flank where Anthony Martial likes to operate.